Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. Today's big day. I got some new calves, and I also picked up quite a few things here. As you can tell, I got a few bales of straw. I still haven't managed to find a big round bale or a few big round bales of straw for sale at a decent price yet. So for now, I'm working with these small squares here. I also picked up some feed. Now I have 4 bags, and there's a little sneak peek. There's more than one calf, and then I have the whole back seat of my truck full of milk replacer. I have 8 bags here, so I gotta get this stuff all unloaded, get the new pen set up, and bedded down. So I picked up 6 different calves today, and as you guys know, I have these 3 here on this side in this barn. Since there's only 6, I don't know if that's enough to do a milk bar, or just if I should just bottle feed these until I can get a few more, hopefully in a few days. Anyway, I could turn this whole side into one group pen for them, or I can section it off like I did over here and give them all their own individual pens. So I'm gonna get that figured out and then get these pens set up. So it's the following morning. It was getting too dark for you guys to see last night, so I decided I'd just bring the camera out the next morning. And last night I actually switched these 3 older ones onto a bucket, and I just had to help them initially get their head into the milk, and they started drinking by themselves. So these are 3 weeks old now. Like I've said in previous videos, I seem to think it makes it easier to get them on a bucket when they're older. If you try to do it when they're 4 or 5 days old, I don't know, you can fight with them a lot and they still won't learn. So this is pretty easy. I only had to stick my hand in there once and they were on it, and you can see the result the next morning. So now I can show you guys all of the new calves, and as you can hear, they are a little hungry. Their old schedule, they were being fed at 2 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. And so just to get them transitioned, I fed them Fed them a half a bottle last night just to get them through the night, and then now they're on my schedule, which is 7:30 and 7:30. So anyway, I'll give you guys a better look at these guys whenever I get them fed. So I just finished feeding, and just to give you an update on these 3 older ones. She, for some reason, after I added all the other calves and they started mooing, she found out she can moo, I guess. And she moos, she makes noise 24/7 now for some reason. And I even, after I finished feeding them, I walked to the house and I was over there for probably 30 minutes and she mooed every probably 15 seconds for the last 30 minutes. Even though she's been fed, she's had water, and she's even eaten some of her feed. But these 2 are doing perfectly fine. They've adjusted well. He isn't doing as well. He was perfectly fine last night. I don't know if it was drinking out of the bucket, made him scour a tiny bit. So I did give him 1 scour pill just to make him feel a little bit better. Once again, not too worried. I think it's just a little transition thing he's going through. But now let's take a look at these new calves here. So I'll go through them one by one. This one, she's 4 days old now. It's a heifer, of course, and she's got poop all over her face. I'm probably gonna take a warm, wet rag and get all that off because she is covered. And this one likes to suck on her face, so I don't want her eating poop. So brings me to this one. This little girl, she's probably 4 or 5 days old. A little bit more active, and she busted through this panel here this morning, so she's definitely pretty strong for how small she is. She's not built very well. She's a little narrow, but ought to be pretty good. Then this one here on the outside, this is another heifer, and she's found a string to suck on, which I don't want her really eating. And she's also got quite a bit of poop on her, but she's the one that's a week old, and she's got a little white blaze on her face. So she's probably gonna be a keeper as long as she gets bred whenever she's older. But I'm gonna try to keep all these heifers really calm, just because I will know by the time these are basically ready to breed, my older group of heifers should be calving. So I'll know how they are gonna adjust and how well they're gonna be as mamas. So I'll base my decision on keeping these as future cows based on my bigger group of heifers. Anyway, so yeah, she's doing really well. I said I'm gonna keep her calm. She's already pretty docile and nice, but gonna try to keep her calm because I definitely for sure want to keep her as a cow if she turns out. So this one here is the youngest, and she's also a heifer. And she doesn't really know what's going on yet. She's still a baby. So anyway, once again, she's not a super wide, stocky calf, but she'll turn out to be a taller, narrow cow. I don't know if I'll keep her yet or not, but I'll keep her calm anyway. So that brings me to these 2 big guys. These are both bulls, and I'll just mention this. This guy is a super stocky, wide head, and I've never seen a calf with a bulky head turn out to be a skinny, narrow calf. So I'm guessing this guy will be built the most like a straight beef calf. But you never know. He may change and grow. He's obviously got some leg on him, so. But I think he's going to be a pretty wide, stocky calf. This one here, I don't know that he is all there mentally. He's a little strange, and when I walked him in, I don't know if the camera was rolling in, but he stuck his nose straight up in the air, and he walked for, I don't know, all the way from the truck to this pen with his head sticking straight up in the air staring at the sky. And when I put him in here, he instantly tried to jump out, and I don't know, he may all be there. He's just a little crazy. So anyway, gotta watch out for him because I know he's gonna be a little ornery. But anyway, these 2 bulls I'm pretty happy with. They're gonna be pretty big calves. And these 6 that I just got, all of them are out of heifers. So they're out of Holstein heifers and a Gelbvieh bull again. So these are some of the same ones I got last time, I guess, more than last year, but some of the same, out of the same bull, out of the same cow herd, but just out of heifers this time. So the guy said he'd have 17 more for me later in February, so those will be out of cows, so they ought to be bigger calves, even though these two bulls here are, man, for out of heifers, they're big. I'd say they're up to 90 pounds, big calves. And he said he was surprised they even had them on their own. And some of you might notice that these pins are a little bit bigger. I gave them a lot more room than these three. These three kind of got gypped on space because I didn't want this. This is one of the only shorter long panels I have, and I didn't want it sticking out right in front of the gate where I walk in. So that's why I use this 12-footer here. So all of these got extra space. This one's got like a, I don't know, I'd say a 7 by 5. This one's probably got a 6 by 5 and a 6 by 5. So, oh, maybe 7. I don't know. Anyway, they have much bigger pins. I don't know what the exact sizes are, but a lot more space, a lot more room. And the only issue with having bigger space is, if you raised bottle calves before, you will know that they get a little excited sometimes. They'll start jumping around, especially when you put straw in there. And they have a lot more room to wind up and jump. So when they're in smaller pens like this, they normally don't try to jump unless they're just a really big calf and they think they can do it. But most of the time they're pretty still in here. They walk around some, but they don't get a running start. These guys can all get a running start, even though these fences are a little high. I have a feeling I may have an issue with some of them jumping out. But so like I said at the beginning, I do kind of want to get a group pen going because I did pay for those milk bars last year. I'd kind of like to use them quite a bit this year just to save me some time and labor, but 6 isn't big enough, I don't think, to use a 10-feeder milk bar. But if I can get 3, actually even 2 or 3 more in the next couple days, I will definitely make sure these guys are all sucking well, and then I'll put them all in a group pen, and I will probably section off this whole side here and just give all 9 or 10 this whole space here. Plans may change. I may not get a couple calves in the next couple days, but I'm hoping one of the dairy farmers will call me and let me know they got some. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed all the new bottle calves. Like I said, I should have quite a few more coming in the next week or so. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next time.